Good English but poor, rather terrible communication. If you are facing this problem, this video is specially for you because you are having all the grammatical structure, the knowledge of grammar, tenses, but when it comes to speak out, when it comes to communication skills, you lack these skills and you are at a terrible stage because skill is like a muscle. You need to develop over time through practice. I am going to share 7 effective communication skills for you in order to adopt so that your communication skills in English may be better, best, and you can be a better communicator in the world in English. If you want, do you want to know these communication skills? Yes, you want to know these communication skills. So before any delay, get into the video. I am going to share 7 communication skills like this. First, speed. Next, emphasis. 3, speaking clarity. Simplicity. Body language. Communicating ideas. Copying others. These are the communication skills which I am going to share with you. Number 1 communication skill which I am going to discuss with you is speed. Dear audience, don't talk too quickly because all the great communicators always talk slightly slow than in normal conversation in order to make the listener grasp the idea. And it is also a fact that speed and fluency are not the same thing. When you speak too quickly, it is the sign that your pronunciation is weak. So, always speak slightly slow than the normal conversation. Always pause. Give pause before the speech and then pause in the middle of the speech, because for example, if I ask a question from you, what would you do if you won the lottery? If you won the lottery, your answer should be like this: if I had a lot of money, pause, I would purchase, pause, a great majestic mansion on the rocky coastline of Spain. You have to adopt pauses in the beginning and the middle and at the end of the speech to make it effective. The second, and pause in the beginning or even for 2 to 3 seconds is very important. It makes the listener understand and it builds trust and respect between the listener and the speaker. This is very much important. Number 2 rule which I am going to discuss is that stress, emphasis. All the great communicators use stress and emphasis in their conversation in order to convey the meaning in the effective way. If you want to be an effective communicator in English language, use emphasis and stress. But here arises the question, where should I pause the stress? Where should I have stress? So, the words, phrases and sentences in which you have to stress. I am giving you a hint. If you are going to talk, always stress the adverb. For example, the same example, if I had a lot of money, I would definitely purchase a majestic mansion. I have stressed definitely. It means that I am stressing definitely. It means that I am sure that I will buy the majestic mansion. Now, change the volume. Always change your volume to convey the meanings. For example, if I had a lot of money, I would definitely purchase a majestic mansion. I have stressed a lot and my volume is higher on the definitely. It means that my message is I will surely buy a majestic mansion. Now, the next point is speak clearly. If you want to be an effective and better communicator in English language, speak clearly. You really need enunciation. Enunciation means to speak in a clear manner. For speaking clear, you need to be an avid writer. Avid writer means that you read a lot, because you observe, and it is an observed fact, most of the sounds we produce in English language are from the front of the mouth, through the lips, for example. And you can practice this by standing in front of the mirror. And this factor of rounding the lips is called over exaggeration. For example, the same sentence, if I say, if I had a lot of money, I would purchase a majestic mansion on the rocky coastline of Spain. You observe that my lips are working more than any other part of the mouth. This is called over exaggeration. This over exaggeration helps us to speak clearly, and you can practice this in front of by standing in front of the mirror. Number 4 tip which I am going to share with you to be an effective communicator in English is that simplicity. Simplicity. Keep things simple, because dear audience, there is a huge difference between written and spoken. For example, if you are reading a textbook and you are not getting the point, you can read again and again and you can learn the idea. But if you are listening the spoken words of another person, there is no chance of repetition. Words will fade away, people go away. So the only thing is that to repeat the words, to repeat the ideas in order to retain the listener's mind. So always use simple language, because simple language is more effective than any other language. And now 2 differences. Spoken language is generally simpler and more repetitive. Why spoken language is simpler and more repetitive? Because there is no chance of repetition of the spoken words. As soon as you disappear from the scene, words are faded away and there is no chance of repetition always. And that's why, for example, so always use simple language. The same example I had, if I had a lot of money, I would purchase. Rather than using the word purchase, you can use the word buy. Simple. I would buy a huge mansion. Rather than using the word mansion, you can use the word huge house, palace on the rocky coastline of Spain. You can skip the word rocky, on the coastline of Spain, and this would be simpler and this would be easier for the listener to retain the information, and your message will be conveyed in a more effective way. Use the simple language, as simple as you can. Now comes number point 5, body language. Yes, your body language plays a great role in communication. Your eye contact, your manner, your smile on the face plays a great role. For example, the same example, if I had a lot of money, I would purchase a majestic mansion on the rocky coastline of Spain. Did you see the expression on my face, the smile, the manner, the eye contact? These are very important factors in the communication skills. For example, take another example. If I want a pen from mother, I say, and next, pen. Another example, give me your pen. And next example, please give me your pen. Thanks. The last option would be more effective. So your body language, your eye contact, your smile on your face plays a great role in your communication skills in English. If you want to be an effective communicator in English, you should have to adopt this body language technique, because you are not just speaking out the words, your whole body expression, your smile on the face and your eye contact plays a great role in conveying your message. And you can practice this by standing in front of the mirror. Number 6, communicating ideas. Communicating ideas. When there are no ideas, there is no communication. For communication, you need ideas. If you don't have idea in an interview, I would suggest you to say, well, I haven't thought on it earlier. You can say this. But for effective communication, you need ideas. You should be an avid reader. Avid reader, a reader who reads a lot. Read all the kinds of books, magazine, newspapers, each and every kind of books on the specific topic to have ideas. Because when you have ideas, you are confident, and when you are confident and when you have ideas, you can express them in a confident manner. Your body language will support you, your words will support you, your stress will support you, your emphasis will support you. Each and every component will be amalgamated and you will be an impressive communicator in English. The last point, copy others. Copy others. This is the basic thing which I am going to recommend you. Always copy and imitate the great communicators of English, and visualize and see and observe the speed, emphasis, volume, enunciation, simplicity of language, body language, key ideas in which they are conveying their message. Note the body language, note the gestures, note the eye contact, note the smile on their faces, and note how they are conveying their message. When you imitate and when you copy the great communicators in English, definitely you would copy them, and when you copy them, you would be an effective communicator. If you like these tips, comment me in comment section, and the tip which you are already following, let me know in the comment section, and which tip is the most effective tip in your communication, in your journey of English language learning. Let me know in the comment section. Hope you have understood all the communication tips, and these will improve your communication skills. And the last point, be motivated. Don't give up, because quitters don't get anything, and achievers are always strugglers, and you have to struggle so that you can reach your destination of speaking English in a confident way. Stay blessed, stay happy. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.